Welcome back to Holybrooke Junction. It's Thursday 15th of November 2018. I've carried out a little bit of work on the layout here. Mainly it's underneath the layout. The last week or so on a lot of the wiring of the point motors, as previously before they were just placed in position, a hole drilled, and the three wires were placed through a drilled hole and just been left there. Now, the last week or so I've just been spent underneath with wires, soldering all the joints, and I had some heat shrink arrive from eBay I bought, so I've been doing that. The only real job I have carried out is spraying the track and ballast with this rail match 1406 sleeper grime. It's quite a nice colour. You can see just in the tunnel there. I've got to go in a little bit further with the ballast there. I thought I'd gone far enough, but obviously not. So I've just been spraying all the track and ballast, and that really does give it a nice effect. So I'm just in the process of just marking out my there's my 2 analog controllers, which I'm using. As you know, this is a DC layout, the old analog system, and I'm just marking out in pencil there. I don't know if you can actually see. It won't be done in pencil, it'll be done on Microsoft Excel. This is just to gauge how much space I have got on this panel here. So I'm just in the process of that. I've wired a couple of switches up here just to test. I'm just trying to do this one-handed. Which point is that one? So that seems to be working nicely there, and that point motor I've got a switch on as well, if I can just get there. I'll just take that tape off there. I've got some heat shrink over that to protect that now. There we go, and that's that one there. So them two seem to be working nicely, so I won't do any more. I'm just underneath, as you can see, all the wires there. So I've just paired them all up now from each point motor. The neutral I've put onto a connector block underneath and wired it all into one. So I've just got 2 wires coming from each motor, and then a live just on this, if I can see that little chock block there, just for now. On the floor here I've got plenty more, all my soldering stuff. Let me turn my little soldering station off there. To operate these, I put this CDU there, this capacitor discharge unit. I just placed that there. That will possibly stay on a piece of ply across this beam here, and where I'll have another 2 or 3 there to control. I think I've got 9 points on this end of the layout here, so possibly another 1 should be enough to control the 2. It seems to be working nicely with that. Throws the point over quite nice. So I'll be getting another 1, possibly 2 of them. Just to power them, I'm using an old Holybrooke controller there. I don't know if you can just make that out just behind there. That will be placed on a shelf along this beam as well, out of the way. Just placed there for now, just trying that. on the 16 volts AC side of the auxiliary outputs there. I also received these barrels of these oil drums here. They're not glued in, or they're just put there randomly, so I think I will stack them up. I want to wait on some small wooden pallets to come and I can place them on there. And also I'm waiting for a little forklift truck in there, and just to make that a nice little scene there. There's a little storage compound with all the oils and lubes, what have you, for the depot. I've just dismantled this shed here now. I'm going to give that a spray, mask this brickwork off, or replace that with some downloadable paper brick, and the rest I'll give that a grey undercoat before a final coat. So that's just that little bit there anyway. It's another ongoing job. As you know, there's many jobs ongoing. Apart from that, not much else has changed. I think I'll spray all this ballast and track here in the rail match, sleeper grime. There's the components for the roof of that local shed there, all the windows and the roof bits there. Excuse the mess as well, all my tools. I think I'll have to get a little box for all these tools just to keep these out of the way. Apart from that, this side of the layout has not been touched. This is going to be last here, so I'm just concentrating on this area here and getting this up to. Still haven't done my little advertising board, that's still there. That's just a little mock-up, I think. But the only real noticeable thing is, like you say earlier, there's the weathering over all the track and ballast. I wasn't too happy with the light grey ballast that I bought. That's how it looks there. That's how it looked before. It's had track weathering there, but I think the ballast looks a bit too clean. So there we are. That's had that. Well, just that quick coat of that rail match there, and that does set that off quite nicely. So I think I'll do the rest of the layouts once it's all ballasted in this colour. I've been over the track with a track rubber. It looks like just a small section there where the loco's stuttered there, so I'll give that another rub over shortly. All seems to be working well anyway after the spray. Just a couple of little spots. I'll just leave this loco come round again. Just a little spot by the looks of it there. Oh, there you go again. So yeah, I'll just give that a quick rub with a track rubber. I've got a couple of brand new Hornby point motors, and because the track is all down and ballasted, there's no possible way, well I don't think there is, but there possibly is, but of mounting the point motor underneath the track there. So what I've had is I've got at least 3 or 4 of these little huts as well, which go over it, and so that's connected up there, and then that's been ballasted around, and some foliage added around there just to try and blend that in. All this section now has got point motors. I think I've got another 3 or 4 of them in my little spares box. I've got a box here with all my spare locos in. They all want pulling apart, testing. Well, this HST there and the other HST there are quite new, so I need to put them back in their boxes. So that's not very good housekeeping there on my behalf, but I've got all sorts of spare locos in here. There's them little huts I was telling you about. So all sorts of spare locos in here. All sorts of bits and pieces. All brand new in there. So I'll need to box these two HSTs up, and the other locos there are just spare at the moment, not on the layout. So I'll possibly place them on the end of the shed, just about there, once that's insulated. So as the winter's more or less here, or is here, I will be finishing this off over the next coming months, and the roof, and then get it all done. And then once that's all done, I can start mounting some timber up for the back scene. So these are the jobs coming up for the winter on the shed. There, and that's how I access the layout, is underneath there. I've just got the fan heater on here now. It's a bit chilly this morning. And then this section there is my other little hobby there, which is amateur radio. So as you can see, not a lot's been carried out here, but I think that bridge, I don't know if anybody wants to buy that off me, but I think I'm going to put that on eBay. So if you want that, you can give us a message. The other parts, that the plastic chain link, as it were, that goes across, I've got all them. That's just laid out there, and I don't think I'll be using that. It doesn't blend with the actual scene I've got here, to be honest, so I think I'll give that one a miss. Also, a couple of these little yard lights there, one there, not wired in yet, as the other light. I've got some more to put in. Got another 2 or 3 of these to go in. This one, another one there. So plenty of work to be doing, but like I say, most of it now is going to be carried out underneath before I add any more lights. I've got all these colour light signals to wire up and all that sort of good stuff. So keep your videos coming, guys. Enjoy watching them. That's where I'm getting all your tips from. Love watching all your updates. Excuse me. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now anyway. Like I say, I haven't got much to report on this month. Let us know what you think of the track and ballast there with that rail match. I wasn't convinced at first, but it's growing on me now, and I think it looks it just gives you that good dirty look that you find on the railways, rather than it nice and clean. So let us know what you think anyway, and I hope that looks quite good. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys, and take care for now, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers for now.